What is going on, everybody? It's the Frost. We're here for AEW on TBS Review for June the 8th, 2022. With the sudden injury of our AEW World Champion CM Punk, Tony Khan had to scrap together to find our replacement with an Eliminator event where we're going to have a Casino Battle Royal to open the show. The winner of that went on to take on Jon Moxley in the main event. The winner of that will be going to Forbidden Door to take on the winner of Hiroshi Tanahashi and Hiroki Goto from Dominion, which is kicking off and will be happening this Sunday morning here, Sunday night there. So, So we had that. Also, AEW introduces a new championship that will be crowned at Forbidden Door, which will have a member from New Japan Pro Wrestling represented in that match. How that's going to happen, we do not know yet. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. We'll even show off this beautiful looking championship, but my thoughts on it as well. Also, we had the first match in that tournament to crown that championship with Pac versus Buddy Matthews. And Thunder Rosa put her title on the line against Serena Deeb, and so much more. We started off with the face of the Casino Battle Royal. Winner faces Jon Moxley, where the winner will compete for the interim world title at Forbidden Door. Darby Allin, Daniel Garcia, Tony Nese, Lance Archer, and Eddie Kingston were your first five. This is a Casino Battle Royal, which means 20 men through 4 suits plus 1 Joker. Unfortunately, the Joker was not a debut. It was not even much of a big surprise person who was going to be in it, but we'll get to that as soon as we do. So, obviously, Eddie Kingston was the last man of the first 5 to come out. He goes straight for Daniel Garcia. And it was pretty much for the beginning, Daniel Garcia and, for the first 2 minutes, Daniel Garcia and Eddie Kingston were just fighting. And everyone just sat around and watched. The second suits were Ricky Starks, Jake Hager, Ray Phoenix, and Swerve in their glory. Which, yeah, that's how this started. Now, of course, Jake Hager, of course, attacks Eddie Kingston with his boy, Daniel Garcia. Jericho's not in this, of course. He has a hair versus hair match next week, and neither were Matt Menard or Angelo Parker. So, these are the only JAS men in this match. So, Tony Nese was the first one to be eliminated. So, he got eliminated. Archer attacks Lee with a big crossbody. He almost eliminates him, but he hangs on. Archer gets eliminated by Keith Lee. The next 5 entrants were John Silver, Konosuke Takeshita, Max Caster, and the Gun Club of Austin and Colton Gunn. Caster hits his usual rap on the way to the ring, takes focus away from the evening product. Everyone begins to find their corners and the ring fills up. The Gun Club begin working on Silver, but he shows plenty of fight back. Austin is almost eliminated, but clings onto the top rope. Hobbs, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly of Red Dragon, Dante Martin, and the returning from New Japan Pro Wrestling and the Best of the Super Junior, Wheeler Yuta makes his return. Allen immediately goes after Red Dragon, especially he goes after Kyle O'Reilly, the man who took out Sting, including hitting a coffin drop to the outside while everyone continues brawling in the ring. Gun Club and Caster take time to scissor each other. They end up getting broken up by Phoenix and drop kicks Caster off the top turnbuckle, and Max Caster is the next one eliminated. And Lee hits a double chop, both him and then Lee delivers a double chop and to the Gun Club, which followed by a double cutter by Phoenix, and then Lee charges from behind and eliminates both of them. Him and Swerve are sitting there, and Swerve eliminates Keith Lee. So he is out here. The Joker is Andrade El Idolo. I was hoping that maybe it could have possibly been Roosh, who apparently is on a per day, a per appearance deal right now. He's working on terms for a full deal. So that's why at Double or Nothing we didn't get the Roosh is all elite graphic, because it's a per appearance deal. John Silver eliminated by Powerhouse Hobbs. Kingston eliminated by Daniel Garcia. This one didn't make any sense because Garcia and Eddie Kingston both went over, did not go over the top rope. They both went to the middle rope, in between the middle and top rope, to the outside, and they fought on the thing. He eliminates Eddie Kingston. Hager eliminates Kingston, and Wheeler Yuta eliminates Hager. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. How did Daniel Garcia and Eddie Kingston get eliminated? They were both they both went through the ropes. They didn't go over the top rope. So how did that happen? Kesha and Hobbs then go back and forth with some huge forearms. Kesha gets eliminated by Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Dante Martin gets eliminated by Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Phoenix lights up Starks and he eliminates him. Swerve and Darby Allin then work together in order to attack Andrade. Fish gets eliminated by Darby Allin. Swerve once again goes after someone he's been working with and lifts Allin out of the ring using his own momentum, but he can't brag for too long as Andrade connects with a big boot to eliminate him, as well as Darby is eliminated by Swerve and Swerve is eliminated by Andrade. Now, when Swerve eliminated Keith Lee, the crowd was pissed. They were pissed. Keith Lee was pissed. So it looks like they might be teasing I didn't think Swerve and the Glory was going to be a team that we were going to see for very long anyway. I just didn't see it happening. So this could be the way of transitioning Swerve to a heel role. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Powerhouse gets eliminated by Wheeler Yuta. The final four were Phoenix, O'Reilly, Yuta, and Andrade. The heels work on the baby faces. O'Reilly gets over to Andrade's you, we got this. Me and you, these guys, we got to take these two out. So they fight each other. They eventually eliminate Phoenix. So it's down to Wheeler, Yuta, Andrade, and Kyle O'Reilly. And eventually Wheeler, Yuta, and Kyle O'Reilly end up backdropping Andrade to the outside. So it's down to O'Reilly and Wheeler, Yuta. And it was we could have had ourselves a Blackpool Combat Club final match going on later on tonight. But it wasn't meant to be, as they ended up on the outside. Wheeler Yuta ends up kicking O'Reilly back into the ring. He tries to get back in the ring. Kyle O'Reilly takes Wheeler Yuta's leg and he dragon screws it, bounces off one side, comes to the other, and knocks him over, and Wheeler Yuta is eliminated. So Kyle O'Reilly himself, is going to the main event to take on Jon Moxley. So that was the end of this match. It wasn't the best battle royal. I know a lot of people were complaining it should have just been top stars and didn't need to have any filler. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a battle royal. Battle royal has there's never been a battle royal, a big battle royal that's not going to have filler. There ain't enough top stars available. Bryan Danielson is injured. Scorpio Sky is kind of injured. He's doing his own program. Wardlow gives a reason why he didn't want to be in the battle royal because of reasons we'll get to here in a bit. And it was fine. It was fine. Colorado, and there were people, I saw some people being upset that, it should have been Andrade who won this match. Why? Why would you want Andrade to go to the main event to lose to Jon Moxley? Andrade is trying to build himself up after being straddled with the Hardy family office for months. He's doing the thing with Roosh. He's trying to rebuild his career in AEW. Why would you want him to go to the main event to basically be a loser? No. Kyle O'Reilly is a tag team guy. He can go into this main event, he can lose, and nobody's going to think otherwise. How stupid to anybody who thinks that Andrade should have went into this match and actually won it. AF reveals that the CM Punk's lower leg surgery is complete and the doctors were happy with it, so he's on the mend now. It's revealed that a brand new championship is on its way, the All-Atlantic Championship. Let's show that off right here, right now, in 3, 2, 1. This is the All-Atlantic Championship. Why do we need this title? TNT title, the AEW Women's Championship, and the Women's Championship and the TBS, the Women's Championship, they're having trouble trying to book it. Yes, it's in a Women's Championship match tonight. Speaking of, this looks like a carbon copy of the Women's Championship. Only thing is they took the middle of the set, the middle plate, and changed it to where it's All-Atlantic Championship. Also, this doesn't make any sense. Why is the Chinese flag on here? Why is the Japanese flag on here? They're not in the Atlantic. You call it the All-Atlantic. Why don't you just call it the Intercontinental Championship? How hard is that? All-Atlantic should be countries and nations that are in between the Atlantic Ocean, which is the United States, South America, Mexico, Canada, the UK, Africa. Why is the Chinese flag on here and why is the Japanese flag on here? It doesn't make any sense. Call it something else. But again, it doesn't make any sense why we have this match, why we have this title. There's going to be a 8-man tournament. But what we're going to do is Pac versus Buddy Matthews, which comes up here in a minute. Miro versus Ethan Page, which will be happening next week. Penta Oscuro versus Malachi Black. And 2 members from New Japan Pro Wrestling, which have yet to be named. The winners of these 4 matches are going to go to Forbidden Door in a 4-way dance, a fatal 4-way, to determine the first ever All-Atlantic champion. Why? I still don't understand why we have this championship. Like I said, everyone wants the Trios Championships. Yes, the Trios Championships are on their way. They're already made. They're all ready to be made and ready to come out there and be brought out and fought over. But we're waiting for Kenny Omega because that's what Tony Khan wants to do. I'm telling you, it's like him saying waiting for Kenny Omega comes back is saying we're going to have Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks be the first ever Trios Champions in AEW history. That's kind of piss poor for Tony Khan to pretty much just go out and admit that. This is the championship, and like I said, it looks similar to the Women's Championship. You can't tell me it doesn't. But I guess, why not? Just throw another championship on there. You have all the AEW titles, all the Ring of Honor titles trying to get TV time. And here we are. By the way, where the fuck is Jonathan Gresham? Where is the Ring of Honor World Champion at? We haven't seen him in forever. Yeah, sure, let's just throw another championship on there for the hell of it. So, that is the All-Atlantic Championship. I don't get the name of the title. Again, why is there a Chinese flag on there? Why is there a Japanese flag? They're not in the Atlantic. They're not in the Atlantic. They'd be more in the Pacific, wouldn't they? I don't know. Buddy Matthews versus Pac. Winner advances the All-Atlantic Championship match at Forbidden Door. This was awesome. These 2 went out there and they absolutely kicked ass. But you didn't. What did you expect from 2 world-class athletes like Buddy Matthews and Pac? Now, Matthews instantly starts working on the arm of Pac, grinding him down to the mat. But Pac fights back by working against the same area of the body. Pac picks up the pace and sends his opponent out of the ring. But rather than diving out to the ring, he slides out of it behind himself while Matthews slides in to do his trademark pose. Both men then end up on the outside as Matthews is sent over the timekeeper's table. They then get up to the top turnbuckle and Matthews drops to the mat while launching Pac into the air as he bounces off the top turnbuckle to the floor. Matthews then repeatedly drops Pac onto the ring apron as he remains in control. Pac makes an impact as he re-enters the ring, though, connecting with a big DDT from the ropes. And the way Matthews sold that is like he hit the DDT and he just died for a second. Beautiful sell. 2 men then begin lighting each other up and the strikes the uppercuts while Matthews then nails a big rising knee strike only for Pac to fire back with a June suplex and lariat combination. Once again, they head to the top turnbuckle and Matthews dumps Pac to the floor and then rolls through a sunset flip to connect with a Liger Bomb, which almost gets a job done. Pac then spikes his opponent with a Poison Rana, immediately follows it up with a pump kick to the corner, heads to the top rope, connects with the Black Arrow. 1, 2, 3. Pac moves on to Forbidden Door. This match was better than I could explain it to, but this was great. Give me more of these. The thing, we get Penta Oscuro and Malachi Black in this tournament, and Miro versus Ethan Page, which will be happening at Road Rager next week. So next week is Miro versus Ethan Page. They did not tell us who's going to be the New Japan block. I don't know if it's going to happen on Strong. I don't know if it's going to happen at Dominion. I looked through the Dominion card and I was like, there's really no match that they have right now that you could really give us that's going to go into that tournament to go to crown a new champion. So I don't know when this match is going to happen, how this match is going to happen, but yeah. Eddie Kingston is backstage. He's like, they gave him a minute, but he doesn't need a minute. JK will cost him the chance to be world champion. He says he hates the rest of the Jericho Appreciation Society as he demands that his staff don't count him down. He makes it clear he wants Hager on Rampage, and that was that. He definitely is like just Eddie Kingston makes wrestling real. Eddie Kingston, like MJF last week, saying he's like one of the few people who can make you feel without having to do a bunch of bullshit. Eddie Kingston is the same way. This dude can make you feel And it's great. So Eddie Kingston versus Jake Hager will happen on Rampage. So Trent Beretta makes his way to the ring. He says he's bummed out as today is National Best Friends Day. Didn't see that anywhere on socials. And he and his friends aren't here. A few weeks ago, they competed for the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. He believes they deserved another shot another shot to see how it finished. Trent calls on FTR to make things right, and the champions make their presence. Cash Wheeler says the results of the match that didn't sit well with him and Dax, as they want to show that they're the best. Every single night they want to come out here and show you that they are the absolute best. Dax says it's up to them. They would have done it tonight, but Trent's partner is in Japan. The problem is he shouldn't be mad with them. He should be mad with those Will Ospreay's bitch boys. Just then, the United Empire music hits, and I'm thinking, oh, we're going to have Jeff Cobb and Great O'Khan here. Nope. Out comes Will fucking Ospreay. Will Ospreay is in AEW. So, United Empire, so he's up there. He's motioning something. He waves or whatever. All of a sudden behind him are Aussie Open, and I couldn't catch the other guy's name from the United Empire. Will Ospreay rushes the ring, and the United Empire beats down these three men and leaves them laying. So that's how we get Will Ospreay making his All Elite Wrestling debut. It was a beautiful fucking thing. And not only that, Will Ospreay makes his AEW in-ring debut on Rampage as the United Empire will take on Trent and FTR, if I'm correct, if I saw that right tonight, in a 6-man tag team match. So that was freaking awesome. Just Will Ospreay, like the crowd with the holy shit. I don't know what was with the crowd tonight, but it did seem a lot quieter than usual. Maybe the air was let out with that Battle Royal. It wasn't, like I said, the best Battle Royal. But yeah, Will Ospreay in AEW. Man, oh man. What a time to be in 2022. Just, oh my God. I just could not wait to see what was going on with all that. Will Ospreay put out a message on social media. When everyone is all elite, no one is elite. You open the door, don't be a puss when the boys walk through. Awesome. Cannot wait to see Aussie Open and Will Ospreay versus Trent and FTR coming on Friday. That'll be a damn good match. Kyle Riley's backstage with Tony Schiavone and William Regal. Regal appears and says he's taught them a lot over the years. He asks Kyle if he's ready for tonight and gives him the best wishes, saying it will hurt him to see as he commentates as Riley gets his head caved in. Kyle says he came here to fight for the best and fight for the title, and tonight he does both. Hangman Adam Page versus David Finlay. This match feels so random, but also the fact that they want to, give a little push to the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. I have seen some New Japan Wrestling. I've not really seen David Finlay wrestle one-on-one or really at all. So this was a nice match here. Fans, of course, still love their cowboy shit. Hangman on Page. Hangman back to drinking with the fans as he went over during the middle of this match and grabbed the woman's drink. Took a sip, gave it back to her, and she looked just so happy that he was drinking. He looked like the, oh my God, he's drinking my beer, I can't believe it type of look. So he starts dropping his opponent with a shoulder tackle, but Finlay responds with a pinpoint drop kick. Page then drops Finlay with a body drop, followed it up with a big boot and then some chops. He sends him outside of the ring and leaps out of the ring and smashes Finlay in the barricade. And yeah, he dropped him in the barricade, and David Finlay's head smacked the back of his head smacked the barricade. That looked just a little scary. Finlay responds back inside the ring, though, catching Page knee and jarring it over his shoulder before nailing a chop block. He keeps focusing on the knee. But Page sees it coming and kicks him out of the ring. Yet when Page slides out of the ring, Page tribute to his father. He pulls the ring apron, trapping Page, and beats him down with several shots. Finlay keeps exploiting the injured leg, hitting a body slam directly onto the bottom rope. But once again, Page tries to fight back, kicking away at him. Page catches the crossbody attempt and connects with a fall-away slam and charges into the corner with the clothesline. Hits a springboard clothesline, which knocks Finlay to the floor, and then he throws himself over the top rope to take out Finlay once again on the outside, but you can definitely tell that he hurt himself or he was like holding the knee. By the way, Adam Cole was on commentary for this entire match. Powerbomb, but he only gets a near fall. Finlay responds well with a backbreaker, gets him to near fall as well. With this one continuing to go back and forth. Finlay looks for a German suplex, but Page lands on his feet. He then hits an uppercut, which has Finlay stumbling. He provides an opportunity, connects with the buckshot lariat for the 1, 2, 3, and Adam Hangman Page defeats David Finlay. Nobody expected Finlay to win this match, but it was a nice showing for the New Japan competitor and the son of one Fit Finlay. Came out with his father Shalele too. After the match, he says there's a lot he wants to say about the world title, but that's not today. I wasn't in a little battle royal, and it doesn't seem like I'm getting a title shot anytime soon. But there isn't only one world title in professional wrestling, so at Forbidden Door, he wants the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and he wants Okada. Adam Cole is on commentary, and he gets the mic and says, wait a minute, no. It could end up being Jay White, first off, who could be the champion, because that match happens on Sunday. He tells Page he's not champion anymore. He lost the title while Cole won the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, and nobody will stop him. He believes he should get the title shot because he is the franchise player of AEW now. Your time is up. So that was that. And we might be getting next week or the week after, more probably close to Forbidden Door, we might get a number one contenders match between Hangman Adam Page and Adam Cole. The winner goes to Forbidden Door to take on either Jay White or Okada, whoever's the champion at that time. Tony Schiavone welcomes Wardlow, still doing the silent as he walks through the backstage area, gets to the thing, and then his music plays. I don't know why we're still doing this. Comes out, and Tony Schiavone says there's a reason why Wardlow was not in the Battle Royal. He asked not to be. Wardlow gets the mic and says, you're damn straight I didn't, because as far as I'm concerned, CM Punk is our champion. He's injured. If I'm not smashing him and pinning him, I don't want it yet. But there is a title he does want. A title he had won 3 months ago, but was screwed out of by MJF, America's Top Team in the Men of the Year. And he wants the TNT Championship. This prompts Scorpio Sky to run out, who Dan Lambert tries to stop him and mentions to him that, dude, you're injured. He keeps telling him he's injured. And calls Wardlow a coward. This is not on the mic, obviously. He says it loud enough that the arena mic can pick him up. Wardlow says, you know what? I'm all elite now, so I can wait. You wanna get up and be up 110%? I'll wait for that. No problem. This is a perfect spot for Wardlow. I know everyone complained last week on Wardlow destroying JD Drake and pretty much doing the same thing he was doing before he became all elite. This is great. This is Wardlow's going to be TNT champion in the near future. Definitely somebody who should be taking the title and just running with it, beating everybody left and right. Scorpio Sky should hold the title till probably July, after Forbidden Door, obviously. But yeah, give him a nice little title run. Give it to Wardlow. Wardlow goes over Scorpio and every single person else who wants to come after him. Great spot for him. Mark Sterling then appears and says because he's a nice guy, he's given Wardlow 2 options. You could face him in a court of law, or you can wrestle 20 security members in an elimination match next week. Either way, he pays. So yes, that match is happening next week. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Bucks P on a choreographed performance last week, beating Jungle Boy and pinning Jungle Boy in the 10-man tag team match, and then beating the Lucha Bros, and they said they want their World Tag Team titles back. The Hardys appear and Matt heard what they said, but at Double or Nothing, they won. Christian and the Champs show up, and he doesn't think either team deserves a shot. You have to earn that shot. He recalls how Jungle Boy got pinned in his hometown in front of his family, which you could just tell that Jungle Boy's like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? It's all about getting the win match, and he throws out a challenge. Next week, it's going to be a match that made Matt and Christian, the Hardy Boys and Christian a household name. It's going to be the Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks versus the Jurassic Express in a ladder match for the tag team titles. And again, Jungle Boy's like, what the fuck? The Jurassic Express leave, and Jungle Boy's like looking like, what the fuck? Clearly, because he's insulting Jungle Boy every single time. Like, every single time Jungle Boy loses or something happens to Jungle Boy, he insults him one way or another, calling him a loser, now saying you beat him in his hometown in front of his family. Yeah, the split's coming, but I don't know. It just seems like I don't see Jurassic Express retaining the titles next week. There's no fucking way. And also, Hardy was out last week for the 10-man because he got knocked for a loop, had a minor concussion, obviously. 2 weeks later, he's in a fucking ladder match. Why? Is Tony Khan trying to, sanction Hardy, Jeff Hardy's last will and testament of he wants to die in the ring or something? Is there any reason that the Hardy Boys, I don't want to really see Jeff in a ladder match? The dude is beat up. This guy needs, a month off. Have Matt do some matches and have Jeff be the manager for a while, but wow. Just wow. Moving on to Thunder Rosa versus Marina Shafir. This match happened because Thunder Rosa was talking to Tony Schiavone earlier in the day. They put it on social media. And she said, I challenge anybody in the AEW women's locker room. Marina Shafir came up, and that's where we got this match. Which I saw some people complain, yeah, Marina Shafir is not the best. I understand she's not that good. And nowhere constituting having an actual women's championship match. But, yeah, I'm fine with it because it gives Thunder Rosa a shot. Because people complained last week that Thunder Rosa was not on television. People complained, and here you go. You have Thunder Rosa on television in 10-15 minute match, defending the title against Marina Shafir. It's not like this was a pay-per-view match. It's not like they were building to a pay-per-view. Or building to a big show like Road Rager or Blood and Guts. It was a random episode of TV. Thunder Rosa got to be on television and wrestle. The match was okay. Marina Shafir, of course, loses to a roll-up, which she's like, I want you to try and solve me, and she solved you by beating you with a fucking roll-up. She didn't even have to hit the Fire Thunder driver to beat Marina Shafir. She just had to roll her up. After the match is what people are going to be talking. Because Marina Shafir attacks her from behind, puts her in her submission, her leg and arm submission, whatever the fuck you call it. Toni Storm comes out, runs down, makes a save. They get rid of her. Toni Storm walks over and grabs the championship. You just see Toni Storm just fidget for a minute. It's like, oh shit, I got the women's title in my hand. The crowd was like, oh shit, that's the match we want. Hands it back. No, and Thunder Rosa takes it. They're teasing it. Does it need to happen in the next month? Absolutely not. This needs to happen at All Out. That's where this match needs to happen. Toni Storm can tease. Toni Storm just recently got here. She doesn't need to be the next one in line right now. You have Road Rager. She's not going to be on that match. She could defend the title at Blood and Guts against, I don't fucking care, the Bunny or somebody else. Toni Storm needs to get some more wins, and then Toni Storm could be the number one the contender for the AEW Women's Championship. Hold this match off till Full Gear. That's what I think about this match. Cargill and their crew are backstage promoting Red Velvet's upcoming match on Rampage. Who gives a shit? Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly. Winner enters walks through the Forbidden Door to take on either, well, let's just say Hiroshi Tanahashi. You got Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Hiroki Goto, but we know it's going to be Tanahashi going, which makes me wonder why, even if the Tanahashi came out, they still should have had, I think, Goto versus Hiroshi Tanahashi in a match on Dominion for the number to take on to see who would go to Forbidden Door to take on CM Punk or now the interim champion. I think that should have been something in the books anyway. So these two feel each other up in the first moments, with John looking for a grapple and Kyle going for the strikes. Eventually, Moxley gets his opponent down and starts working Kyle over ahead Pete Dunne style. Is Kyle's hand Pete Dunne style. Snapping the fingers, then get more into the brawling, which I cannot wait till the day Pete Dunne gets released from WWE and eventually finds his way into AEW, because it's going to happen. You all know it's going to happen. It's between now and this time next year, Pete Dunne will no longer exist, and it will be Pete Dunne tearing it up in the All-Atlantic division because you know he's going to be a like when he comes to AEW eventually, he's going to be a fixture in the All-Atlantic division, plain and simple. Tapping the fingers, he gets one to the brawling, and he stomps down on him. Moxley then invites this was something that William Regal did not agree with. Moxley put both of his hands behind his back. He's like, come on, you get a couple shots. So Kyle O'Reilly decided to light him up with a couple elbow shots and some and a kick to the leg. And yeah, William Regal's like, I wouldn't have done that. And Moxley probably realized, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done that because he got a bloody lip after that, or he got busted in the mouth from Kyle O'Reilly. And go back and forth the strikes with the undisputed with Kyle wins that fight, but Moxley then charges in with some clotheslines in the corner. He goes for another one, but Kyle hits a dropkick to the knee. Kyle then hangs up Moxley on the second rope, has his leg in between the bottom and middle, this middle and bottom rope, goes and does the leg dive, the knee drop onto Moxley, and when he falls down, his leg is still trapped, which that looked like that fucking hurt. Outside the ring, Riley continues attacking with the kicks, but Moxley then catches his foot and begins throwing hands. Riley then begins slamming the knee of Moxley onto the ring ropes as he continues to attack the area. But when Kyle goes to the top rope, Moxley knocks him to spill down. He then heads up with him and rakes away on the back, eventually launching Kyle from the top of the turnbuckle to the mat with a suplex. Then they just unload on punches on the boot and big boot, which leads to them both falling down. They then immediately get back into the fight, and Moxley looks for the chicken wing and you could just see he had the crossface chicken wing on, and Kyle O'Reilly's face was red, beet red from lack of oxygen. My God. Like, he goes forward, gets his mouth onto the rope, and then Moxley decides, well, you want to put your mouth there, I'm going to kick the rope. He kicks the rope, which William Regal's like, I know Jon Moxley enough, even I knew that was coming. Which, shit had to hurt. He hits a big lariat for hammering down with elbows and knee strikes. He goes for the Death Rider, but Kyle O'Reilly comes back and stops that. Big knee strike on his own, though, but down to nowhere, Moxley hits a stun. They called it a stunner, but it was a fucking ace crusher, a.k.a. a cutter. Who the fuck calls that a stunner? He literally hit him with an RKO out of nowhere. They can't call it that, but who the fuck calls that a stunner? A stunner is a kick to the gut and then a fucking, like, you know, how they stun it. He literally ran and grabbed him into a cutter. Only Carlton follows up with a triangle submission, which translates into a knee bar. Once again they just exchange strikes to the face, with O'Reilly getting the best and hitting a suplex, but the fires him up. He hits one of them on his own. The duo then hit a trio of double clotheslines, and Moxley then transitions into the Bulldog choke. And then he comes in and hits the Regal knee, hits the Death Rider, 1, 2, 3, flexes, and that is that. And Kyle and Jon Moxley moves on to Forbidden Door. This was inevitable. You knew this was going to happen. It's not the fact that we all knew that Kyle O'Reilly was not, or whoever was going to win the Battle Royal was not beating Jon Moxley. It's the fact that we got a damn good main event match out of it. I know Kyle O'Reilly is a tag team specialist, but the dude can kill it in a singles match. He killed it with Darby at Double or Nothing. He killed it with Moxley tonight. Because Bobby Fish, I think, is 10 years older than Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly, when Bobby Fish eventually calls it a career and Kyle O'Reilly wants to stick around for a little bit longer, the dude could have a hell of a singles run. He really could. Just don't give me Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly anytime soon. Thank you, please. Overall, a really good show here. I have no complaints here. This was this was a really good show. The crowd, the only negative I guess I can say is that the crowd it didn't feel as great as the last few weeks. The last few weeks, the crowd has been hot. Vegas, LA, and a couple other places, the crowd has been hot. It might have just been the acoustics. I did see some people on social saying that there was audio problems with the show tonight, so maybe just the crowd audio wasn't right. But overall, really good show, great main event, great opening singles match after the Battle Royal with Pac and Buddy Matthews, and there's not much else I can say. That is your AEW on TBS review. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video, follow me on Minds at the France Club. Find me on Instagram at the France Club, and I'll see you guys later on Friday for SmackDown and Rampage. Until then, my name is the France, and I'll see you guys later.